Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Pierre P. Thomas, otherwise known as QCP, the CEO and co-founder of Quality Control Music, is shutting down any talk of him being street affiliated. P took to Instagram stories with a series of heated posts aimed at Young Thug and YSL affiliate Pee Wee Roscoe after his name was brought up in conversations about snitching and cooperation with law enforcement. A call was leaked late Friday night in which a man believed to be Young Thug accused P of being a rat. During the call, Thug questioned why Lil Baby chose to sign with QC, given P's alleged history of snitching. Here's P's response to Thugger calling him a rat. Imagine some rat A like Thugger and Pee Wee Roscoe trying to run a rat narrative on me and all my ends that I love running with. These HOEASS know how these ends talk about me. I'm gonna say this for the last time. I'm not no street end. I'm a tax-paying citizen that's running a business and taking care of my family. All the street ends is broke, dead, and in jail. Why do y'all continue to glorify this SHIT? Streets been dead. Y'all ends gave the city a bad name. He went on to say, and by the way, I ain't never been in no courtroom on no end. Sat in an interrogation room running ends names. And I don't speak on the dead, so I don't care enough to explain the situation. Y'all boys the police. Y'all ends mad because y'all not me. Let's go back to what P said about being a tax-paying citizen running a business and taking care of his family. I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. Say, fam, that's what it's about. If you on any other time, you slow. You a short bus window licking slow if you got anything else on your mind. Because all of this other stuff is fake. All of this other stuff don't mean nothing. You gonna go spin the block for a dude who would give your whole family up to save his own skin? Come on, fam. Think. You gonna jump off the porch to go and make a move that could put you away for 30 years where you miss your child's entire development? Another man taking care of your children, taking care of your responsibility, telling your kids what to do, putting his hands on them if he believes in discipline, if he believes in physical discipline. Yeah. And if you got a daughter, these days even a son, after he get through with your woman, he get bored with her, he gonna start looking at them. Yeah, some of them, they like that, fam. Yeah. You can't raise babies from the pen, and you damn sure cannot raise them from the cemetery. Yeah, so I don't know which one of these guys is in the right, but I can tell you who said the right thing. Oh, this is absolutely the right thing to say, even if he wasn't doing it, because the feds is watching, and they are waiting. They are waiting for people to incriminate themselves. The feds don't do nothing, man. The feds don't even have to go to the office anymore. They don't even have to go up to the police department building. They can just start work like this. Just log on to social media and they're at work and just listen. Listen and watch. That's all they got to do. Listen and watch. He said something else that was poignant here. He said, all the street ends is broke, dead, and in jail. Say, fam, I know some of y'all street dudes probably got some money right now because you just hit a lick. But what you gonna do with that money? And another thing, how long are you gonna do what you're doing? Because you know that is not a career. I had a buddy who used to ride around with a jack kit in his trunk. Yeah, he'd ride around. And the reason why I know is one day he was getting something out of the trunk and for me. And I saw it and I said, well, what you got here? He got the whole get up, everything black. Say, these are my tools for work. This is what I do when I go to work. Say, fool, you ain't got no job. You think that's a job? Do you get retirement benefits? Do they have medical benefits? Do you claim taxes? That ain't no damn job. You going to jail. And I could talk to him like that because we've been through it all. We've been through it all. So I could have that type of conversation with him. We've been knowing each other since, elementary school. So we got that type of relationship. And, true enough, he got jammed up. Back at home now, but it took that lesson. Like, man, that ain't no damn job. Anyway, he said these dudes are broke, dead, and in jail. The trip part about it is, if you're in the streets and you get money in the streets, you got to keep on going the same way the average person who get up and go to work do. You have to keep on the same way that some people are bounded by the golden handcuffs, where they have a certain amount of money coming in every week, every month, that takes care of their bills and stuff like that. They just can't just get up and quit. You in the same position. Now you might make a whole lot more money, but you're also spending a lot more money, and you're not fiscally responsible. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying attention to budgets and stuff like that, because you're just getting that money, and as fast as you get it, you're blowing it. Having a square job and being in the streets has some similarities. The trip part about being in the streets is when you get laid off, you go to jail and sit down for a while, or you go to prison, or perhaps you're laid up in a hospital because, you got one of your legs, knocked off. Maybe you're paralyzed. So when you get laid off, it's a bit different. Then you got a criminal case behind now. You got to spend a whole lot of money on top of money. Whereas the person with the square job just fill out another application and keep it moving. Broke, dead, or in jail. All the street ends, all the street cats. Broke, dead, or in jail. I'm going to add one more. On their way to being broke, dead, or in jail. Because some of them are out right now, they're free, they're doing their thing, and they think fat meat ain't greasy. Woo, boy. They think they Tony Montana out here. Nino Brown. It don't work like that. There have been greater men than you and I who got caught up and got the rug snatched from underneath them. So it's not a matter of if it'll happen. It's a matter of when it will happen. He said, why do y'all continue to glorify this? Why? That's the question. Because we talk about real street dudes. Who's a real street cat? Real street, real. What's real? What's real is being authentic to who you are. What's real is understanding that these are traps out here that these people put out here, and they want you to walk into those traps because they want to make you a slave, or they want to send you to the grave. One way or the other, they want your body warm or cold. So understanding that it is a game, and as what's his name, the guy who played Rock in one of those sitcoms, in the movie, I think it was Boys in the Hood, where he said, what was it, I think it was Menace to Society, where Charles S. Dutton, that's his name, he said to one of the youngsters, I think it was Kane. He said something about the hunt is on and you're the prey. The hunt is on and you're the prey. I don't like the idea of them winning, fam. I don't like the idea of knowing that they got these traps out here for me and being dumb enough to walk into one of the traps. I don't like that because I know they over there celebrating. I know every time one of us walk into the courtroom, they're licking their chops. And we go into the courtroom and we're begging for mercy for people who are paid and put in positions to not show us any mercy. Our willingness to participate in our own demise and destruction has enriched a lot of people. Do you know how many people have been able to put food on their tables, pay their rent, go to the mall and ball, pay for their kids' tuition, put themselves through school, go on vacations, put up retirement money, you know? Do you know how many people who have been able to live good off the backs of our self-inflicted pain and suffering? They set the trap. Yeah. So they don't get to be absolved of any crime, any wrongdoing. They are absolutely diabolical to take advantage of marginalized people. Special place in hell for them. But damn, man, when you know better, you do better. And boy, we actually know better. Some of us, I just believe, don't really want to do better, just don't care. The streets been dead. The streets have been dead. P also accused Young Thug and his affiliates of giving the city a bad name. I don't know if Young Thug and his affiliates are the main characters in this drama, but I do know that was a time when you can go to Atlanta and feel safe. You felt protected. You felt love. You felt the love in Atlanta. Everybody was working with everybody, and there's still some of that going on in Atlanta, but man, they have made it very dangerous to just drive your car down the street, to walk down the street, go into the stores and adventure, you know, because a lot of these dudes, man, they just wild, and Atlanta was the furthest thing from that. I don't know exactly what happened, but I know when I used to go there in the late 90s, early 2000s, Atlanta, you wanted to be in Atlanta. You felt the love, the brotherly love. Today, not so much. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.